We continue our coverage of the Yuuzhan Vong War today with a look at the Battle of Helska IV. Hey guys, this is EckhartsLadder. Hello and welcome to Star Wars Battle Breakdown. This is the second episode of a new sub-series I've created examining in depth the Yuuzhan Vong War. Before I get into the content though, I have to apologize to you guys. To be frank, I've been relying on Audible as a sponsor for a few weeks now, and it's been great. Last episode I suggested that you guys use my Audible trial and get some new Star Wars Legends books. However, what I didn't mention is that Vector Prime and all of the new Jedi Order really received a poor audiobook treatment. The books are heavily abridged and really the quality's just not where it should be. I'm not saying avoid at all costs, and if you just want to get a basic overview of the series, they're a decent way to go, but you have to be aware of what you're getting into. However, don't worry if you did use your free credit on one of those books. Audible does have a good refund feature, and if you're looking to get into Star Wars Legends with some real quality audiobooks, message me on Twitter and I can give you some recommendations. But back to the content. After a devastating first assault, the Yuuzhan Vong have killed millions and established a base on the fourth planet of the Helska system. Their first world ship, the vanguard of the Vong force, had landed on Helska IV and was exerting serious pressure on the rest of the sector, with the very real threat of allowing the Praetorian Vong to rampage throughout the galaxy. Finally, the first element of New Republic reinforcements arrive, the Star Destroyer Rejuvenator, under the control of Commander Warshak Rojo and a small support fleet. The immediate goal is the rout of the Yuuzhan Vong and the removal of their foothold in the galaxy. The fleet has two options. Reinforcements are on the way, specifically a second Star Destroyer, 3 battle cruisers, and an escort fleet, but they won't reach the system for 6 days, so they can wait or they can attack Helska directly. Rojo chooses the latter, and our heroes, as well as some space-worthy civilian vessels, depart from Debrillion. A few moments earlier, Jacen and Jaina had hijacked a vessel and were on their way to the planet themselves. They reach Helska IV before the fleet, and Jacen is launched to the surface in a unique ice-boring vessel. As he approaches, he uses his thrusters, alerting the Yuuzhan Vong to Jaina, who was still in the shuttle that transported the two. As she's chased by the Yuuzhan Vong, the New Republic fleet emerges over the planet, quickly suppressing the nearby corralskippers. On the surface, Jacen is attempting to rescue Yuuzhan Vong captives. The battle rages on in space, with the New Republic having a marked advantage over Vong forces. In reality, however, this is all a ruse. The Yamosk war coordinator of the Vong had sacrificed this first line of defense in order to draw the opposing fleet in towards the planet. Once their prey is close enough, thousands of Yuuzhan Vong corralskippers are launched from the planet-side world ship. For a while, the New Republic's brand new Ranger gunships are able to hold the fighters off, but they're soon overwhelmed by both the Vong Dovin basal technology and the degree to which the opposing force is fighting in almost absolute synchronicity. Overwhelmed, the Rejuvenator Star Destroyer decides to go for an all-or-nothing assault on the planet. Knowing that Jacen is still there, Luke and the Falcon follow. However, the Star Destroyer is soon destroyed, overwhelmed by ground-based cannons and tractor beams. Kyp, who had been leading the starfighters in space, calls for retreat, an order echoed by Luke. And with an incredible bit of flying, Jaina is able to strafe the surface of the planet, pick up her brother as well as the prisoner he recovered, and jump to hyperspace, all in just a matter of seconds. Regrouping, the New Republic comes up with another plan. They recognize the coordinating effects of the Yamosk and the fact that it outputs a ton of energy. However, the problem with killing the biological war coordinator is that it's protected by hundreds of Vong warriors, buried deep underground, it itself is powerful, and of course, it's still coordinating Vong pilots. Anakin, however, has a solution. It's fairly complicated, and to be honest, I don't think it makes a shred of scientific sense. But basically, Helska IV is an ice ball. Anakin's plan is to cool the planet by causing a massive evaporation through an influx of energy. Again, I don't think it makes any sense, but that's his plan. Back in the Thrawn trilogy, Lando has a project near the planet Niklon. In order to approach the planet, which was extremely close to a star, you had to use a shield ship, something that redirected energy. Thankfully, Lando has saved several of these ships and actually has them docked near Destrillion. He summons them immediately. The fleet, which is down to these 6 ships as well as several fighters and civilian vessels, makes a coordinated jump back to Helska IV. They jump in an extremely tight formation and very close to the planet. so much so that the hyperspace jump itself actually causes several fatalities. The 6 shield ships move into position and almost immediately feel the effects of the war coordinator, the energy it's generating. They begin sending this back towards the planet. All other ships move in a defensive position around the cruisers. Luke, channeling all the power available to him, dives towards the planet in his X-Wing, bringing with him dozens of fighters. As this is happening, the Yamosk actually realizes that the shield ships are meant to counter its effect, but thinks they're only attempting to stop communications between ships, not actually divert the energy. The shield ships are, however, quickly destroyed. However, with only 2 left, the New Republic's scientifically questionable plan eventually works out, and a domino effect begins. In what Anakin calls a Mexicanly wave, the planet blows up because of science, thus killing all Vong on the surface and destroying the first Yuuzhan Vong Worldship. Quite an interesting and certainly strange battle, and definitely a unique way to destroy a planet. However, does it make any sense? Let me know what you think down in the comments section, and if you have a scientific explanation for what actually happened, I'd love to hear it. Again, if you guys would like to support the channel and get a free Star Wars Legends audiobook, go to audibletrial.com/EckhartsLadder. If you want a recommendation, feel free to message me on Twitter or Discord. Thanks so much, guys. Until next time, may the Force be with you.